Alright guys, welcome back to the Scan Tool Network. In this video I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the ignition coils in a Suzuki Jimny, but really I think the process is going to be the same for most Suzuki petrol engines. It's a 4-cylinder Suzuki engine. This is a 2021 model, but anything previous and anything after that is pretty much going to be exactly the same. First of all, what I want to show you is the check engine light, which we have on the screen right there. So you see the check engine light, and what I'm using here is the X-Tool D7. This is one of the best tools for this particular Suzuki. In fact, I'll pop the link to this kit in the description if you do have a check engine light on your Suzuki. But it does lots of manufacturers. We're interested in Suzuki, so we'll find Suzuki. There we go. And what I'm going to do here is just show you the fault code that we're getting. So others, Jimny, it's automatically finding the vehicle, and then it's probably going to ask us what region we're in. So we're not in Japan, it's others, and it's a manual transmission, so we'll click OK to that. System selection, so we're going to find the engine, and we're going to click read trouble code, should I say. There we go, and we've been getting a P0352, but this video really is the same if you're getting a P0351, P0353 and P0354. It all really depends on the particular cylinder. So we're getting a 5.2 because it's cylinder 2, so that would, sorry, that's 5.2. That would indicate a 5.1, 5.2, a 5.3 and a 5.4. So these are the ignition coils that you see, and I'm just going to put my camera in its little holder here. In fact, I'm going to need to turn the engine off in any case, so bear with. Right, so ignition coil number 2 needs to come out. We've got an electrical connection right here, so what we need to do is just push down on this little tab and then pull the electrical connection out, like so. Can be a little bit tight, a little bit tricky, but it's easy enough to do. And then this exposes the ignition coil, and this is a 10mm socket that we need to undo. So it's very simple. Should come out fairly easily. There we go. So make sure you put the screw somewhere safe, because you will need to reuse that if your new replacement ignition coil doesn't come with a new screw. Some of them do, some of them don't. And then it's just a case of simply pulling it out, and then there is your ignition coil, which needs to be replaced. Replacement wise, just put the replacement straight back in and do the reverse of everything that you've just done. What also you might need to do, say like if you're servicing the vehicle, inside of that port where the coil was, you'll see the spark plug. So in there is a spark plug, and you would just remove that. Get like a spark plug replacement tool, or I'm not sure off the top of my head what size it is, maybe like a 12 or 13mm, might even be a 10mm. But I haven't got round to sort of doing that job on this vehicle yet. It's not quite required as yet. So, sorry, I'm just putting this back in. Well, I don't need to put it back in actually. I think I've pretty much shown you. In fact, what I'm going to do is, I'll put the ignition coil back in. Because for this video, I don't know if I said actually, but this is just a fault which we've simulated so that you would basically know exactly how it's done. So I'm giving myself a bit of an uphill task here of holding the camera and doing the job at the same time. So make sure that's tight. There probably will be a specific torque setting, but so long as it's kind of tight, it's not going to matter too much. and then we'll put the electrical connection back in, wait for the click, which it has done, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the engine. Scroll down here so you can just see the check engine light there, and you can see on screen what I'm about to do. So I'm going to click on clear trouble code. So once I click OK to this, you should see that check engine light turn off. There we go. Check engine light has gone, and on screen we've got clear codes successful. So that's the Xtool D7, which I'm going to pop the link to in the description below this video. And the process is obviously just the same for any of the ignition coils, 1, 2, 3 or 4, or indeed the spark plugs as well. If you're doing a service and you need to do the spark plugs, it's super easy on a car like this. Unlike this car, which has a 6-cylinder flat 6 engine, and you've got to really remove all of the wheels, you've got to remove other parts to actually get to the spark plugs and the ignition coils. That is a pain in the arse. This is easy as anything, and thank God for that. Anyway, there we go. I won't go on about God. It's a whole different topic. Anyway, what am I talking about? Yes, sorry. Link to the tool is in the description, and also I'll try and put links to replacement ignition coils for this specific vehicle as well in the description. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope it helps.